story tonight. We continue to follow the rural EMS crisis in Iowa.
Well, the situation is this. Without enough money or volunteers, emergency medical service agencies in Iowa say they are simply struggling just to get by.
Now, just earlier this month, they went to the state capitol asking for EMS to be considered an essential service, which would provide them with a revenue stream. However, as KWWL's Elizabeth Amanier learns, that is only half of the problem.
Yeah, Abby, the challenge really lies in recruitment. It's not an easy commitment. Most of these volunteers are paying for their own education, working 9-to-5 jobs, and dropping everything when a call comes in. But when your life relies on who will respond, volunteers like this Eastern Iowa 22-year-old are everything. In between classes at the University of Northern Iowa, senior Courtney Anderson is juggling a tight schedule, hitting the court, coaching the Tripoli girls crossfire volleyball team, working.
I work at Quick Star.
All while training to become an EMS volunteer. At a time, departments, including Tripoli, are in crisis mode.
There's been numerous calls where everyone's busy, people are out of town, and there's been calls where we've had to call Denver or Waverly to take them because we don't have the staff.
Anderson has been putting in hours ever since her senior year of high school as a trainee, learning the ropes, going on calls. But Courtney's story started long before. Her mom, Tracy.
Just before she turned about 2 years old, we had a situation where she was choking on something. And so I had to call 911 for her. And I remember how scared I was and how frightened I was and how quickly, her skin color even started changing to blue.
And when she called 911, someone was there.
And I will never forget how relieved I was that he was there to help me, and just knowing that there was somebody else who knew what they were doing so quickly.
That help is part of the reason why Tracy became a volunteer in her 40s.
Took me a while. I was 45 when I took the EMT class, but I really wanted to give back, and I don't want someone to make that 911 call and not have somebody on the other end of that line to be there for them and help them.
Now, Anderson says every time the Tripoli ambulance goes on a call, they're losing money because they're not getting fully reimbursed from insurance companies. So paying people to work as an EMT would not be an option. Elizabeth Amanier, News 7 KWWL.
Elizabeth, thank you very much. It indeed is a real crisis. In fact, the president of Iowa's EMS Association says overall, generally, legislators are in support.
But they are struggling to agree on a sustainable source of revenue that works for the entire state.